And we began with a father of 6 children, most with special needs. Charles Miller must go it alone after his wife died of cancer. Life is not easy, but he embodies all that is positively Milwaukee. This is about a journey of love, tragedy, and fatherhood.
Cinderella listened with growing excitement.
The love story began when Charles Miller met his wife, Kathy. He was taken with her big heart.
She honestly was the most giving person I've ever met, especially in terms of her time. She could work 18 hours helping other people and not care about herself at all.
When they married, Charles adopted all 4 of her adopted children. Most had special needs.
She had over 70 foster children before she started adopting. And she had a house full of 5, 6 kids, all with special needs, and she thought nothing of it.
After the Millers married, they adopted 2 more.
Just her knowledge, her body of knowledge with the foster care system, and if she met a single mom in need, she would know the exact agency to point her to and what resources are available, and I was just amazed at how much she knew in the way of helping people.
But tragedy struck. Kathy died of a rare cancer 27 months ago. Chuck Miller was left to raise 6 kids as a single dad.
Cinderella went to the door. An urgent message from His Imperial Majesty, the messenger announced.
As a father of 6 kids and taking care of 4 at home, Chuck, what is your secret to just making it through the day?
I'd like to say I don't know.
As our cameras were rolling, we saw some of the controlled chaos Miller deals with every day.
This is Michelle. Okay, one moment. I'm gonna get you. Come on, calm down. I gotta talk to Miss Carol. You're still eating your breakfast sandwich. I somehow rest okay, and that helps. I'd like to say it's my faith in God, and yet I'm so busy, it's hard to remember God sometimes throughout the day. And I just think the sheer force, like being in a river going down current, there's no other choice but to go with the flow.
Can we pray there for 1 minute?
Yes.
Miller admits it hasn't been easy, but he's learned a lot. I ask him to tell me about each child.
Well, the oldest is Nidra. She was Kathy's first. She's 22 now. She works in a bank and doing quite well. She's a very hard worker. She was like my right arm. The next daughter is Shantae. She's 18, and she is away at Juilliard in New York City. She's a very talented actress. She got her big break with The Color Purple at the Milwaukee Rep Theater. Next is Robert. That's his first name, but he goes by his middle name, Dakey. He's been chronically ill for the last 1.5 years. He has recurring stomach aches and an irritated esophagus and frequent headaches. He also has sickle cell and asthma and life-threatening food allergies. Next is Michelle. She's 12, and she had meningitis when she was 7 months old, and that led to hearing loss. So she has bilateral cochlear implants, and is otherwise, she's just a thriving girl. She does well at the basketball team and lots of friends. Carmelo, he just turned 5 in February, and he is a challenge. He's got ADHD, he's got a kidney disorder. He will probably need a kidney transplant in his early 20s. So he's got my same middle name, Jerome. Last but not least is Keviante, we call him Kevy, and he's gonna be 5 on August 3rd. He's doing very well at school, very bright, very scientifically and mathematically minded. Good heart. He's just a good-hearted guy who really cares about people. He's quick to apologize if he did something wrong.
Chuck Miller is a math instructor at St. John's Northwestern Military Academy. The former military officer admits training in the service gave him the discipline and mental strength to deal with the many health emergencies his kids can face.
What would you say has been your biggest lesson through all of this?
I can do it. I didn't realize all this was in me, but you have to do what you have to do. But I think another lesson is when you lose a partner, not only the emotional loss, but the circumstantial loss. When I have 2 or 3 emergencies breaking out at the same time, it's just a lot of added stress. Whereas you had a partner, one can take a child to the doctor while you're dealing with the plumber at home. Instead, I'm driving to the doctor and I'm talking to the plumber on the phone while kids are making noise in the back seat. So I really learned how 2 people can really cut a load in half. It sounds obvious, but without that person there, it's like doing more than the work of 2. It is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whenever I feel caught up, it only lasts for a few moments.
Luckily, his school has given him some flexibility.
And I don't teach the first period of the day, and that allows me to get all the kids to school on time. And St. John's has just been wonderfully supportive of that.
Close friends have also been there for him. Miller admits financially it's tough on a teacher's salary. The house needs carpeting and electrical work. but he's determined to be there for his kids.
They're like this high.
Gabby, here's some water. I bet they're thirsty.
Chuck Miller, a single dad, doing his best to honor his late wife, giving their 6 kids the best foundation to plant the seeds of success.
I was the first one in my family to go to college. I want the best for them. I want them to have a good future, you know, hopefully go to college, things like that. The kids are my life, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
And what would his late wife say?
I think deep down she'd be happy.
Chuck Miller, an amazing person, incredible dad. And if you would like to help this Waukesha family, there is a GoFundMe page. We did put a link on our Positively Milwaukee Facebook page. You can find it there if you would like to help out.